Qu'est-ce qui fait du bain?
The mountain has now become open inside his stomach, a living fluke. He who delivers truth is found outside of towns for his tooth. The children devour themselves, the woman looks for the proof. You go no further, a fire caught the cider house roof. A rattlesnake, it rattles in the desert to warn you. The winter fell upon a rose, a man wanders beyond you. An angel laughs upon the tomb, his body is left with no clue. The graves open and corpses fill the town, bound to his jailhouse all through. 3 6 is 18, noted once a great theme. The stone is turned to blood, and the puppet masquerades king. Scholastic lectures, some young man has sold his country for money for pleasures. Roll and roll like the dance, he was the king of all France. The wind's 12 quarters has killed us all for the centipede. The turtle dove does bleed, the 12th and 13th century. You have now swallowed a sword for remembering things you don't believe. The ocean has become the desert, and the desert will not leave.
That really is terrifying.
Whoa. These creatures left fossils, great snails, beautiful decay. Today tales of some river church way. The jostle of caves, metatarsal. I lost my arm though, put back on today. The wolves and the bats and the night forest have all lost their way. Dream slayer, out of the darkness came one, and one of dismay. This axe in the fight that walls cross extremists. The 43 women, the clay pigeons made by Jesus. The cuckoo clock, the night owl, lock rock, the tail of the ox. One cyber super patriot called Box. The Red Sox, the blood of the fox. The spider in raindrops. 11 men perished in a fire. A lady shot. The giants from their caves are shot. Trace of the ocelot. The jewelry in the haunted music box. And the place you will find is not the candle rock. The sounds of others drown. Strawberry soda pop. The woman is a fencing teacher. The library smells of ether. The fire's caught. The chandelier drop. The gravedigger murdered a preacher. The zebra. The Fishtown brawler. The off-street thesis. Red and feathers of a peacock.
Two can dig a lot quicker than one. Dig. You're not digging.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because there's nothing in there. You thought I'd trust you? $1,000 a lot of money. We're gonna have to earn it.
Step into my parlor, send the spider to the fly. Bird is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church. Oh, step into my parlor, send the spider to the fly. For it is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church. Any MC who would try to battle me, he was carried with his crew into captivity. Where in a pit they fought and killed one another. Next to my throne is a guillotine. Buildings, cities, and enemies explode. Keep a lookout for a priest. Know that we are creating an army of enhanced weapons to ship to the east. Remember Genghis Khan died when he was thrown from his horse. We moved to windy chambers of a pyramid with a map and a torch. My stables of deadly robot tanks. At home we be kissing the children. I won't hesitate to crush you in the rumble of your own buildings. My crew has skills, a shocking word to kill a mockingbird. MCs, especially where your lives are concerned. Firm from the beginning to the ending, you burn firm. You will see a bunch of guard machines down the hallway when you turn. A hitman washed up on the shores of the beach. Grim like him, leave you deceased, complete. In this lesson you've learned, you retreat. Oh, step into my parlor, send the spider to the fly. For it is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church. Oh, step into my parlor, send the spider to the fly. For it is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church. I am a man who is angry with the decisions of the king, so I start a crime ring. Then one August we smuggled barrels of gunpowder under the floor of where the king was to give a speech, and blew his ass to smithereens. Keen, smell the dirt like Wolverine. In the hallway, the hovering ghost ghost of a woman sings. I meditate and levitate, choose an area and meteors blast up the area. 1,000 MCs deaths I bring. I shoot you with something hot, sideways you drop. I continue with contrast. I pick up 600 rounds from blue sky and black depth. I'm fast, fuck tomorrow you get killed, ayo, now an atomic blast. A druid running around in cat form. Remember that rockets have a locking ability. You die after, but now jump like Die Hard from the platform. Quite like that Bruce Willis scene. I throw a standing line in a full Nelson lock. I cast a spell of holy shock. Take 1,000 in damage, then vanish. Hold B for swapping which guns. A man was struck and killed by a man from Los Angeles. I'm number one. Don't step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. For it is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church. Oh, step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. For it is the most haunting parlor one ever did spy. A guy who always liked to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. River Church, contact us if you think you're paying your share. I deliver curse, gun shiver worse. River Church, sound splinter first. Gun shiver worse, River Church.
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend.
Stay deep into this, you know.
New technique is interesting.
You know what I mean?
Let's spar again sometime. Weapon factory, weapon factory.
Oh, tight room, boy.
Rappers, my God, there are children in this tournament. Barbaric Hospital. Motor Pharmacy, Soda Pop School.
Soon the mind is blank.
Alcatraz, Frank Holocaust, Alcatraz.
Soon the mind is blank.
Dead time stories, dead time stories.
Soon the mind is blank. Soon the mind is blank.
Style is old jail pajama room. Dead time stories, dead time stories. Dead time stories, dead time stories. Alcatraz, Frank Holocausto, dry Aristotle, flip it to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with the Glock, loading up shots with odd digits. I'm from a convict planet, I only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Alcatraz, Frank Holocausto, dry Aristotle, flip it to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with the Glock, loading up shots with odd digits. I'm from a convict planet, only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Yo. This is old jail pajama room, kooky looking doctor, snap rackle your posture like lobsters in an Alcatraz cake house, steakhouse, Costa, spinach pastas, and nasty closet monsters like Jurassic ashes, squirting flowers, jeeps banging like Eddie Bowers, with whack cats cower in the under tower, Alcatraz corrode nail, old jail showers. Yo, dead niggas in a laboratory trying to escape, beware the dry man, live down by the lake, feather and slate, rhymes is great, snatch a grape from Alexander, elude the Pegasus lock scanners. At 1 o'clock in the morning, watching the Pink Panther, Alcatraz beer brewery. Thug cat wanna put two in me in a noisy silent movie. Style is groovy like the groovy ghoulies or Starsky and Hutch, Cagney and Lacey. And I huff chronic cigars while watching Dick Tracy. And I huff chronic cigars while watching Dick Tracy. Makes me think of bean sprouts and cold cans of spinach. A man tried to cut his head off, but he couldn't finish. Alcatraz, Frank Holocausto, dry Aristotle, flip it to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with a Glock loading up shots with odd digits. I'm from a convict planet, only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Alcatraz, Frank Holocausto, dry Aristotle, flip it to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with the Glock, loading up shots with all digits. I'm from a convict planet, only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Yo, shell shot jail cocktail with the scarecrow. Shell shot jail cocktail with the scarecrow. Cover hoodie and catch a sack from his brother Woody. Dr. Blight, conquer by Mike, sponsor type. Woo instrument, you illiterates. We will examine and overload ungenerous. Cigar smoker, poet, fight provoker. Winning in poker. Slept his death on the Orient Express. Strangers on the train, danger on the plane. Sort of Orient stretch. And ghost of Pearl Harbor, wolf jet. Tea cakes I cook bet. Takery, your rhyme bakery. 2 weeks later, I avalanche tasty pastries. Crack a champ's jaw with a gun handle and scandal. I smoke skunk brand genuine hemp joints. The schoolyard band-aid salesman. Decapitate and defecate. Alcatraz styles is never ate. El Capitan, go see the fat man, I smack his hand. Alcatraz, Frank Holocaust, dry Aristotle, flavor to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with the Glocks, loading up shots with odd digits. I'm from a convict planet, only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Alcatraz, Frank Holocausto, dry Aristotle, flip it to gibbets. I'm watching Gidget in the back with the Glocks, loading up shots with odd digits. I'm from a convict planet, I only salute apple sandwiches. Fire, air, water, rock, wood, ghost story. Warcloud, alias Alcatraz. Fuck your bitch in the graveyard late night like Pretty Wolf. Then catch him at his pad watching Elvira with Laverne and Shirley. Crack your hip with a Wu-Tang bat. My ancestors spoke the Iroquoian language. That is Cherokee, some spoke in Musco gene. That is Choctaw, you weak niggas Chichaco. Stupid tenderfoot, I got your brain with a hook. Stupid tenderfoot, I got your brain with a hook. Came to kill the champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay. Old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire. Came to kill the champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay. Old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire. I live in a hollowed out asteroid, it's Warcloud. Better living through circuitry, Paleolithic surgery. Half man, half planet Mercury. I heard him seize one day. It rained and the people began to melt. Assassination, I sent an agent in a nation of nations to slay a third of Earth's population for vindication. A dirty helicopter, my blades are my swords. When I descend upon you, the sound of a zillion chariots. Nightmare room, old truth, cause this is scariest. And every island fled away and the mountains were not found. Shadowless zombie swordsman, chills, swoop up on you and launch your head in the hills. Swarm mechanic tragic, mastermind Jurassic, laughing outnumbered, leave you bloody construction yard. Shattered spirit shields with lyric fields of one-armed ghost samurai from the past that murdered ungodly. The thunderstruck oddly, I blasted dusty shoddy, 3 gapes hideous. Slump your carcass the prettiest. Angry woodcutters, soda fizz, motion switch, blizzard kicks, braid sound waves and astound slaves. Dirty mullen meat market massacre, mirage, crash like the hammer of the gods and leave you lodged under heavy doors. Explore these warlords, mystic paradise, my axe closet with shovels in it. 9 million ninjas fall on you with lightsabers. Cannibalistic neighbors, ghost pirates and heartless raiders. Old gator man who is seldom seen. He lives in a cave made of moths with dusty wings. Came to kill the champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay. Old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire come. Came to kill the champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay. Old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire come. Odds against tomorrow, we sat at separate tables with rats the size of rhinoceros in the stables. The silly old man went and hung himself with a cable. They found him with his shoes on the wrong foot, a fable. The skinny little pimp had cut her face with a straight razor. Girl from the gutter, I murdered another. We went in the ocean and we began to argue. I left bloody and blood flooded the water. Mean man Alcatraz great, overachieving, leaves in the sunshine, dirty shovels for evening. Starsky and Hutch met Cagney and Lacey. The bloody old man meat market wasn't hasty. The rhyme was kind of pasty, great like Yogi Berra, while Arab nomads pitched their attention to Sahara. He had lit cigarettes for eyes, golden unicycles, seals playing harmonicas. I laugh as I smoke on the hillside, gun in the grass, get at me and we can still ride. I might sip a beer at Muldoon's Saloon, the man who left cigar smoke throughout the room. Streaking niggas up like the Klan, we witty black skinheads, pissing in mugs, bury who in your nigger graveyard. Your happiness is a love jewel, hell jewel, and right jewel, fight fuel, twice cruel, bite, snipe you in a mic duel. Seduced by madness, I'm gathering madness in the mouth of madness, outstanding madness, candlelit madness, lucrative fugitive. Are in your nation now nation are in cycle. Smuggling booze in the graveyard with a rifle, mindful, delightful, toss vital, collider force, lost soldier, glitchy explosion, pitfall, Alcatraz, jigsaw, puzzle, I'll snuff you. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay, old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire call. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, box office, the gunplay, old legend of dead horse, dirty woo, vampire kung fu. Warcloud. My raps is like zoo books in the dark with misfits, twist tank barrels in a bowl, send them for Christmas.
Martial warlords encounter and try to defeat us. Very angry men, odd day, bloodthirsty men. Lion-hearted outsiders, riot, tyrants, and violence. Crimson lunatic who thunders, laughing outnumbered, drip platoon rots on the comet at the moon blocks. Out in the boondocks, razor tune slots, like hot hot shots. Heavy stolen acts, sportsmen steal newsreel, savage jackals from Africa. Tongue-hounded, dumbfounded rappers, prison precision. Sinister minister scriptures from the bitter ages, courageous.
City in the sky, the knave of hearts and other bloodthirsty sky pirates take flight. A place a young woman escapes death by telling adventure tales for 1,001 nights. Deadbolt locks, ice picks, ice cream, dark doormats, Coutz, skylight. This'll you refrain at a cafe and stop your whistle. I lay my guitar down and shoot it with a shiny revolver pistol. I send you to the x-ray room. We battle ram through your drawbridge soon. That afternoon, you jump from a tall building into a glass of water. Life ain't a cartoon. The Bureau of Justice stated there are 2.1 million people incarcerated in prison in 2004. You can face a variety of hazardous situations with me at war. Hong, I jump up and swat a plane on the Empire State Building like Kong. You're a gambling woman. What do you say? Who's strong? Please, he's the Silver Samurai in Teflon. A boozing lawyer takes on a law firm. Low-flying mosquito bombers at Purple Dawn. The weapons that made Britain. The rains come, and the floodwaters rise in the basin of the Amazon. Smoke in the air after dying, and is resurrected along with hundreds of others in a strange environment. Holocaust.
Welcome to Alcatraz. Malaysian sky tyrant, ram scan terran, rhyme cycle diver, wire MacGyver. West Coast Wu-Tang killer bees. Hey yo, came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Welcome to Alcatraz, stacking cash in the back about to blast. Son, you move noisily, gunfight with a louse. They don't make them anymore, we the children under the house. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, Alcatraz is force. Meat hook, sway in the cooler, back and forth. Alcatraz rips tracks, like when he Holocaust, catching Crenshaw or New York, he throw a Molotov. Crash verse, cast first, smoking up in Catalina. Style is hard street, revolver, make niggas ballerina. All up in the green cantina, Alcatraz pizzeria. Buses gat, Yosemite Sam, drinking with a Kennedy hand. Symphony grenade, snowstorm, razor blade blizzard. A turntable wizard will keep his wax span. That'll scratch needles from whites to black peoples. He didn't leave you, and yo, if he left you, was good to see you. Since the change from Warcloud, Holocaust, trembling eagle to the vinyl, final Alcatraz. Bounce like a regal, I'm Engine Joe Hardball. I'm not gonna fall, y'all. Your balloon pop twice, your extravagant house of cards fall. Like corpse in a phantom regiment, lapel shoulder red Alcatraz. White rubber band gas, guns about to blast. Colt 45s get pointed at 38s. Good. Fucker. Slide out the cider house, yo. Slide out the cider house. Slide out the cider house, yo. Slide out the cider house. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Welcome to Alcatraz, stacking cash in the back about to blast. Son, you move noisily, gunfight with a louse. They don't make them anymore, we the children under the house. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, Alcatraz is force. Meat hook, sway in the cooler, back and forth. Smack your punk ass like a dry snitch and zoom you. Knock and overlap you with a sterling moose. Who suits your funeral, root to your numeral. Gun rough magic, basement. Godfather, father, gone seen his assassination. Pacing with my lady friend, toiling amidst the den. Coughing in a coffin with a smoke, loafing and groping. Toy soldier boys over, put that marble in a tree hole. Crack you like a Marvel article, spider crawling on marbles. Splash just particles, molecules. Smoke to Willie Starge, you'll catch a diamond tear again. Buckshot and disappear again. Heavy smoke of brimstone, flames grown from the grim home. Broke bones and smoke of ozone. Heavy the king of swords. Ruckus bring the Lord, sent the wire to Singapore. I smoke like old coal, skeleton, low phone and sting a whore. Ratify raspberry, we broadcast, I crack you. The lady grinds oil paint from vegetable, mineral, criminal. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. The Wu Dynasty, like a language before it's written. Get cut with the cutlery, blood sport. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Welcome to Alcatraz, stack your cash in the back, about to blast. Son, you move noisily, gunfight with a louse. They don't make them anymore, we the children under the house. Came to kill a champ, they ain't even nobody with you. Heavy blade kiss you, the super patriot century. Son, you move noisily, Alcatraz is force. Meat hook, sway in the cooler, back and forth. Meat hook, sway in the cooler, back and forth. Malaysian sky tyrant, ram scan Terran, rhyme cycle diver, wire MacGyver. Welcome to Alcatraz. Brimstone soldier Holocaust, Engine Joe Hardball, Alcatraz.
That can't be the truth. He's already rotting in hell.
Not quite yet, boy. He is still alive. And you will meet him soon.
Hatchet in his head. We'll roll him up in the carpet, carry him up the staircase. American in Paris, florist, winter gardener, lumberjack competition out on the hillside. Roam if you want to, all around the world. Two small revolvers, swing, astounding girls. Behind the music, flavor of candy apples. Gunfight at Alamo Bay, bring your sweater. Envelope letter, torn open with Bowie knife. Outlaw Engine Joe, hold the roses, a bouquet for death. Red birds that tell us I'm engaged to a shotgun, and it gets jealous. You came out of the anus of an earthworm, never test a matinee feed. The name is Holocaust, the architect, man with no name, no Starovi. Feed those feed on you, hanging like a mink. Polynesian drinks, I'm spilling like what I think. Everything and the kitchen sink. We limbo, out with Veronica, Arky and the murderers. Blue, yellow, green, red, orange, and peppermint. 2 ice cookies, knock you out the window. Hit by the flagpole, I'm Arky Mirage. Hey, nice to meet you, looking just like the pavement. Genesis to David, stone lyric engravement. Caught in a meteor shower, run for cottages. Pipe bomb at the Olympics. Bring your ball cap, a life that's less ordinary. The boss strap of Elmira, Matic and rhyme swervy. A suitcase bomb, overcoat and derby. Disasters in America, 7 days in Belgium, a lake full of 30 silver nails, the bitter. Standoff, a patient dies in Korea. Tropical lullabies, stark raving mad. A late shift tundra wind, October sky. Indian rain, the world a commercial. Moonset beach, islands in a stream. Sliding and revolving doors, pearly blue. Decode equation, alley chase brother wolf. Mandarin drama, slice of life, Bahamas. The outlaw years, valiant 10th inning. Hot off the grill, loud flames, Vanessa. Out to lunch, alien cargo to Alaska. High on health, beat sweet. Pat and Sophie, music from another room. Taxi Impala, bullets for the evening. Shooting for Chicago, Michelangelo, Picasso. Casablanca, Maltese Eagle, Dr. Shivago. The crossing guard, cruel intentions for millions. Frankenstein's children, whom God's destroyed. 2 short films, molasses, give and take. Red glass pyramids, underwater crystal balls. Don't knock the twist. Prize fighter ferocious. Food is better than money. Satan backwards. Grumpy old men, Professor Strange Trees. Whisk Fern Sawmaker Day at the power plant. The Man Show. A world apart. City doll shop explodes. Troglodyte Arky. Decorated cakes. Knuckles in December. Hospital room 2320. Rusty circuit breakers. The splitting of atoms. Love story. Squeaky new shoes. Spines and skulls. The young prisoner's handbook. Dusting Cliff 7. Falcon and the Snowman from the Taj Mahal. Angel Redeemer. Corrupting the devil. Mentally unhooking the stars. Well, they froze to death on their horses. Now we all ring the drum slowly.
Now, I will need to ask you many questions. But first, let me ask, is anyone suspected?
How much have your superiors explained to you, Constable?
Only that the three were slain in open ground, their heads found severed from their bodies.
Their heads were not found severed. Their heads were not found at all.
Warcloud. Fast shout out to Silver Rings. I'm gonna come see you up there in Amsterdam. I harvest bitter raps, this bitter harvest that's expert. Eats open your brain network, blood of your sweatshirt. Altar splitter, big heavy hitter, the teeth gritter. Rip into an 8-headed red werewolf tomorrow. Throw you in transgression and sorrow, I ship the cargo of blue tigers with black stripes, the key Largo. Bone grew over steel, something moved in the graveyard. A biker in the closet, no furniture in the house. Curse of the mudmen caught in a mud dream. Cigar through an infernal, spit kerosene, then laugh. Warcloud on a warpath, his bloodbath. Step up to the plate, my swing is beach story. Sleep Georgie Porgy, bite a piece that's pasty. Runs over both linebackers in a free safety. Dead time stories, museums, throw my fire axe. Clip you with a tire iron, cataclysmic desire rap. I sent they Canary 135 Maple Drive. And I blast that hospital ship out of the sky. Sag my heavy trousers, slingshot and bust them. Children everywhere, mad holidays and customs. Tooth fairy, sleeper hole, dark beating, stay gun wise. Wolf bite, falling tree, old tequila sunrise. Red taxi, couple laps around the park, my thunder slap. Bring your can opener rap, casket of maggots. I polish old heirlooms on dark Shakespeare clip. Then pile up bodies on rafts, set them adrift. Burning, Warcloud Institute's higher learning. Lunatic preacher, strong cyborg, American patriot. The creepy coin collector, old typewriter with forms. The little boy encountered the convict in the swamp. A professor's tied to polish, that's made in Italy. Old blue shoes from a gypsy out on the back road. Fireflies lit up the darkness, cold and heartless. Shredder mouth, motor brain lounge in old taverns. Far, far away, there's a planet inside the planet. There is a great mountain, in the mountain there is a lake. And in this great lake there's an island that no one knew. And there in the giant island was an old castle in ruins. Deep in the castle in the courtyard is a well, shaped like a capital L. I shouldn't tell. Ghostly echoes of the screams of a child who once fell to break her neck and suffer of the gongs of the church bell. Deep in the bottom of the well water that rises, there's a little black pyramid far down in the slot. And inside that little black pyramid on that planet, I laugh in the dark, but that pyramid holds my heart. I took a giant's head and buried it under his stone steps. Put my axe away to paint the stone steps red. It took 30 horses to drag his body for real. Where I left his carcass, there became a hill. And Warcloud country, those hills are everywhere. Supreme sword from the ocean, give great armor a heavy tear. Clash of the Goliaths, take robo knights that matter. While the oldest evil pharaoh's in a battle with his own shadow. Satellite Mike, Galactic Battalion. Keep you irrelevant, mythical swamp filled with horrific creatures and their living skeletons. Keep a stuff white owl, black cuckoo clocks and horrors made from my broken mannequin stores. Bionic cords, flashing speedball behind 9 doors. I bury you under your mother's floorboards. Thank God for more wars. Still explore the corridor, there's more in store. Dastardly dark, 30 bandit baggers in the best place. Crystalloid armor chest plates and iron sunflowers grew shiny on the back of the hill. Laugh and attack and spill. To the backcountry, there is a phantom Indian chief in the wilderness. This machine at random, my anthem, imaginative, ravenous, malicious. Find the origins of heaven and hell and the symbols that represent them. The Italians built a great metropolis on a lagoon. In time, great train disasters boom. While creatures wrecked the town, many battling MCs are shot to death. A multitude in a room. After stealing information from the Atlantis database, I make a great escape. The struggle for mob leadership leads to an endless cycle of murder and blood feuds at a later date. DEA agents patrol the 1,800-mile Mexican border. A group of rock climbers must prevent mercenaries from using a destructive weapon. 88 tales of horror. Dr. Frankenstein creates a soulless monster from cadavers and tries to hide it from the old world. The wind turned the cold swirl. A Morocco gypsy sold pearls. A fallen pilot awakes alone after a crash. His aerial danger. Police and archaeologists remove skeletons from a burial chamber. From the city to the woods, and when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. Yo, from the city to the woods, when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. Perhaps you and your friends are never seen again. The ghost of a lovely lady, the tall Grim Reaper in the wind. Bruce Banner seeks an antidote for a bacteria contaminating a desert town. A civilian plane carrying a movie actress is later shot down. A bitter ex-convict makes a capture man a slave, a lesson hard nail. An alien creature must be destroyed after a government plans to use it as a weapon fails. Before their time, ancient technology, rain, snow, and then hail. A group of people who have telekinetic powers, dead men tell no tales. Apache warrior, Cherokee warrior, no book written is scarier. Paleontologists, students, and forest rangers encounter a legendary creature in a deeply wooded area. Dark as a pilot, I ran my aircraft into an enemy bomber over Los Angeles, preventing the destruction of California. On the hillside lies your grave, all covered with begonias. On the mic I smashed, causing a train crash and stampede with such words. Strange bargain, schoolhouse, from Alfred Hitchcock to Birds. A dark space station captain is accused of an intellect harm. We step off the street and shoot you 40 times to the restaurant. From the city to the woods, or when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. Yo, from the city to the woods, when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. You're a planet whose orbit straight too close to a black hole. None shall escape or remain in the desolate plateau. Be consumed by my savage sword, the man from a mountain hollow. Lyrically blown away in depression and misery from withdrawal. Whenever a season when a storm gathers, explosion in the court crime. You are here to document the stressful reality of military life during wartime. I am the Holocaust, a burnt offering on the cliff, the fatal risk. To leave you none to remain, the black hole's gravity decimates your escaping ships. Argues the existence of extraterrestrials in the days of the needle. Work evil threats to tear apart the robot tank's home planet and enslave its people. Grave robbers steal thousands of artifacts from archaeological sites, museums, and private collections. I'm a celestial being brought alive to perfection, a war machine to battle the evil unseen, esoterical troopers. Engineers overcome yet preserve natural obstacles while paving the way toward America's future. The distance between the target and the launch point is crucial. Samurai, the elite warrior class, holds the reins of power in Japan for more than 700 years, and now I shoot you. From the city to the woods, or when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. Yo, from the city to the woods, when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. From the city to the woods, or when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood. Yo, from the city to the woods, when the sun shines good, the robot tank once a specter where a graveyard stood.
The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes, while I crept up and shot her dead in the nose. Message in a bottle, violent as how it could spin. One stranded couple terrorized by backwoodsmen. A young man home from reform school, now a burglar. Some sixth graders suspect their principal is a murderer. A man investigates the death of his twin brother. 3 kids search for their missing parents in cover. A nightclub owner schemes against mobsters. 4 congressmen turn out to be imposters. 5 teens try to track down a jewel thief. 1 little boy knocked out another's teeth. Successful scriptwriter becomes a heroin addict. A surgeon and his ex-wife slaughtered by a mechanic. A barroom brawl sends a law student to the hospital. A little girl found a fly inside her popsicle. 2 bored Indians become bank robbers. A cop searching for the killers of his father. A rapper's lifestyle of sex, drugs, and booze. A highwayman swindles a trucker's bruise. A bum looks in a dumpster and finds a new pair of shoes. An injured jazz musician dead on the news. A housewife entangled in lies and domestic abuse. A dirty politician tries to rub out his opponents. The outside man fought another man in the rain. A businesswoman had to school for the correct spelling of a name. A skinhead who led a fierce biker gang involved in white slavery. And Mr. Avery was never neighborly. Romancing a jackpot, he killed his wife and drove to Vegas with her head in a hat box. 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. 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 She had rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. She'll have music wherever she goes. 7 ladybugs on a honeydew. For crummy. You, Mr. Grimes, green from a candy house with a gummy roof. I got a Tommy gun that shoots eggs, and I'll put it down. Pop you in the shoulder with a large revolver and laugh. Warcloud's warpath is a conquer whoever lasts, like tea cakes and crumpets, shiny bright turquoise trumpets, gold in the compass, piloting an airship. One sea of clouds, I drop an axe on you now. Shadow on the barn wall, float a newspaper boat. Juice bars and fudge sticks, roller coasters and Ferris wheels. 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. 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 There was a young lady, my wife, who disrespect. And the first day I met her, she had a ribbon around her neck. And she wore that ribbon for years and hit a flute. When I'd ask her to remove it, she'd always have excuse. One stormy night while we were in bed, I snatched the ribbon off and off rolled her head. I laughed myself to sleep, the room spun around like a record. 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. That's 1 candy apple, 2 white chocolates, 3 blueberries. Surgeons remove the bullet from your head and bandage the wound. The ocean crashes in, you die the next afternoon. A tunnel stretches 17 miles, the thickest cave. Law enforcement agents assigned to search for Neolithic graves. I hunt androids which are no longer useful. The first planet is Mercury, no body, no crime. A plane stands still vertically. You vanish while fighting in World War I. I fire a lost shell. Vast distances, extreme weather, and imposing landscape shape the lives of those who come under the robot tank spell. A man invents a club for killers and convinces his friends to join by brutally murdering a drifter. An MC is eliminated by assassination. After the darkened force, it reveals some information. You're after 238's the blast of Satan. The crowd must locate the super villain in a crowded mall. Into the lion's den with you all. There was a statue that was built very tall, but at the time of an earthquake it falls. At